Friends, have you ever wondered if a person's emotions and desires completely fade away with age? Especially when it comes to women, society often assumes that after a certain age, all their desires vanish. But the truth is quite different. Today, we'll discuss this topic openly: why women's emotions, affections, and physical desires persist even as they age, and under what circumstances they are most felt. Look, when a woman reaches the age of 60, people start calling her old. Society creates the impression that at this age, there's no romance or physical desire left. But the reality is that a person's emotions and desires aren't directly related to age alone. They also depend on their state of mind, the warmth of relationships, and their physical health. Having desires is not wrong, nor is it something to be ashamed of. Every person wants love, affection, and someone who understands them. When a person feels lonely and incomplete, they seek solace where they can find mental peace and happiness. The same applies to women, regardless of their age. Now the question arises, do women still have physical desires after 60? The answer is yes, they absolutely do. If a woman's body is healthy, she is not suffering from serious illnesses, and is mentally happy, she can enjoy life even at this age, just as she did in her youth. Especially if there is love, understanding, and emotional connection between husband and wife. Look, brother, relationships aren't just physical, but also emotional. If a husband respects his wife, understands her feelings, and supports her, then the closeness in the relationship remains even after aging. Sometimes, at this age, the emotional connection becomes deeper than before because both have understood each other for a long time. But not every woman's situation is the same. Some women face illness, weakness, and fatigue as they age. When their body feels constantly tired or their health is poor, their desires may diminish. This doesn't mean their emotions have vanished, but rather that their body becomes less supportive. Now let's talk about women who are unable to express their desires openly. Many women are educated and intelligent, so they take these things for granted and live their lives without hesitation. However, there are some women who suppress their feelings due to fear of society, family honor, or public opinion. They are unable to speak openly and keep their desires hidden within themselves. Sometimes, a woman is unhappy in her married life. She lacks love, respect, or emotional support from her husband. This leaves a void within her. Some women try to fill this void through friendships or new emotional support, while others continue to live their lives in silence. Look, brother, another big misconception is that all women's desires disappear after menstruation stops. However, this is not necessarily true. Even during this time, if the environment is good, the relationship is strong, and there is an emotional connection with the other person, a woman can feel love and closeness. There is a difference between men and women's emotions. Men often develop desires quickly and also subside quickly. Women, on the other hand, place more importance on the emotional environment. They develop a connection gradually based on the other person's behavior, love, respect, and the environment. Therefore, women's emotions don't fade away simply with age. Today's unhealthy lifestyle also affects the bodies of both men and women. Addiction, stress, unhealthy eating habits, and mental stress can weaken a person's energy and desires. But if a person lives a healthy life, is happy, and maintains love in relationships, age becomes just a number. So friends, always remember that every person's feelings and desires are different. Growing older doesn't mean that love, affection, or emotions disappear within a person. Women also need love, respect, and emotional support, regardless of their age. If you enjoyed the information, please let us know in the comments. Thank you.